What's good, y'all? If y'all tapped in, you already know who I am. If not, my name is Caleb Jarrell, you feel me? Y'all already see by the title, so we finna hop straight into it. To sum it up, bro, you just gotta keep going. You gotta lock in, you gotta stay focused. You can't quit. And I know it sounds harder, but you gotta be steadfast. And why do you have to be steadfast? Because steadfast is gonna produce the other side of you. It's gonna produce that person you need to become. It's gonna produce those results that you need to get to. The only way you get there is by going through the trials. The only way you get there is by going through whatever it is that you have to go through in life. Watch how I'm finna break these words down for y'all. So basically what I just read y'all, the word trials mean a test of performance qualities or suitability of someone or something. Various means more than one. It's different from one another. Testing means revealing a person's capabilities. Faith is belief and trust in God based on evidence but without total proof. So to break all that down, you feel me? When you go through trials and various trials, because it's going to be various ones, it may be certain situations where it's like, dang, I feel like I got a lot on my plate, or dang, it's a lot going on, and you want to give up, or you get tired of it, you mentally not even there no more. But it say you should be happy, it say you should have gratitude in those situations, because that's how you know you've been tested. And I know, like, even in high school, bro, even in college, different things like that, it's like you dread having a test, you dread having to sit down and actually lock in on testing your mental, testing your qualities of who you are as a person and different things, testing how you studied on whatever material that the teacher gave you. So it's like, when you think about it in life, it's not only that we apply that to life, but we apply that to God. When God gives a certain test, we dread it. We probably don't like the certain test that we have to go through. And that's that natural part of us, but we have to come out of that and be like, you know what? Even though I'm going through what I'm going through, I'm going to still have gratitude. I'm going to still treat people right. I'm going to still be in a positive mindset and flip my perspective and not think about it in a negative way. And the more that you do that, I'm not even going to say the easier the trials get, but the more stable you are in your mental, the more stable you are in your actions, because it builds that while you're going through whatever it is that you're going through. The situations and circumstances that you're going through, a lot of times it's necessary. A lot of times it's what you got to do to get to who you need to be. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do what you want to do. And you got to recognize, especially as being people, I feel like in this generation, or even just being a man, or I speak for myself, me being very ambitious and locked in on my life and the future that I want for myself. You don't control the future. You don't control the outcome. You don't control where you'll be in the next day. You don't even know what holds with the next day and different things. But once you flip your mindset to be like, let me lock in on what I have to do today, on what I have to do now, because that's all that you have. You don't even know if you're going to finish the day out, you feel me? So you have to be intentional with your time. You got to be intentional with the people that you're hanging around. You got to be intentional with what you're listening to, what you're opening yourself up to, because at the end of the day, those are the actions that you have control over. Those are the actions that play a part to how your future can play out. So if you put in the positive actions, it's going to be a positive outcome, because that's what produces the steadfastness. So that's how you continue to grow as a person, is by staying focused, staying locked in, continue to go through what you got to go through. A lot of y'all might know my story if y'all subscribed and everything, but if not, when I was 17, I had a lateral bucket-handle meniscus tear and a discoid meniscus. So the surgery that I had was a rare surgery, and to sum it up, I couldn't walk for 3 months because I couldn't go straight to physical therapy. So with me not being able to walk, all of my scar tissue had built up in my knee. So my leg was actually straight and there was nothing I could do to bend it. For example, if I had a pen and I tried to bend it, there was nothing I could do to bend it. So this is how my leg was. The only way that they could break the scar tissue by the time I had to go to physical therapy was for me to sit on the table and for somebody to come sit right in front of me and literally start pushing my knee down like this. Start pushing my leg down like this. So this is how my leg would look. And they would increase on forcing my knees and my leg to bend. So I say that to say, bro, I'm back running, I'm back active how I used to be, and I'm actually in better shape than I was then. But had I not gone through doing that every day, I would have never got back to walking. I would have never got back to being able to be active. I ended up being able to be released to even play my senior year, even though it took longer. I probably didn't get released until after 6 months of physical therapy. What I recognized was that it didn't only affect me physically, it affected me mentally, because you take a 3-sport athlete kid that had dreams to go play at a higher level and you sit them down, and at the time I'm going through, I'm gonna keep it a buck, I'm going through a breakup, I'm going through everything. So it's like mentally, bro, I wasn't there. It was probably one of the hardest times of my life mentally. And had I quit there, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Mentally, I wouldn't be as mature as I am today. I wouldn't be as focused and locked in as I am today. I wouldn't be walking today. I wouldn't be running today. You feel me? But me being steadfast, me having faith in not only God, but myself and the people that helped me in those situations allowed me to be where I'm at today. And one thing my physical therapist used to tell me, she said, the hard part was breaking the scar tissue. But she told me once I got over whatever was resisting me, which was the scar tissue, because she seen how my mindset was and me showing up every day for physical therapy, that's my faith. Faith without works is no good. So how do you show that you have faith? It's by doing the work. If you ask me what color this pen is when I write with it, you might think just by looking at it, it would write pink, right? But if I tell you it's black, the only way that I know that you have faith in what I say is if you take the cap off and start writing on paper and see exactly what color it is. But if you don't have faith in me, you won't even take the cap off. So a lot of times, bro, we be thinking like God is not doing certain things in our life, but yeah, you might believe it, but what work are you doing to show that you got faith in God? God probably be like, yeah, you got faith, but you didn't even start your YouTube channel. Yeah, you got faith, but you didn't even go to the gym yet. Yeah, you got faith that your finances gonna be straight, but you ain't even start working more hours, or you ain't even apply yourself in getting into school. Yeah, you got faith, but you ain't even apply yourself to go get a trade. Yeah, you got faith, but you ain't even getting around the people that I put in your life. You ain't allowing them to come in, and you ain't removing yourself from the negative people. So until you show God that you got faith, and how do you show God that you got faith? It's by doing the work. It's by continuing to go. It's by not quitting. It's by showing up every day to self-improve, showing up every day to do better and be better. And that's all that you can control. You got to get out of the mindset of like just looking so far in the future. Yes, you should have a plan. It's great to have a plan. You need a plan. A plan is necessary. But God already know it. So what you got to do is go to God for the plan. God will give it to you. But what you got to do is lock in on what you got to do throughout the days of your life on a daily basis. And the more that you do it, the more consistent you do it, the more confident you get. And then when you still going through these trials and situations that's testing you, and you don't fold, you unwavering, you start to recognize like, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this. So when things get hard, you just gotta lock in and keep going. I know it sounds cliche, but that's all it is to it. And you gotta recognize that you're not the only one going through. A lot of people suffer in silence. A lot of people suffer internally, especially as a man. As a man, you take everything on the inside. You walk around and show and act like everything good because you want to show how strong you are by how much you can take. But that's why it's good to have a circle of people that you can talk to. That's why it's good to have certain mentors or people that inspire you and help you keep going. Because as a man, we like to bottle stuff up. We like to do stuff on our own. We like to think that, oh, I can handle it. And yeah, maybe you can. But on the inside, you screaming for help. On the inside, you don't know where to go. On the inside, you don't know what to do. And you want to quit, but you know you can't. So I give you props for not quitting on the outside, but you also got to work on you on the inside. Because what's in the heart come out the mouth. So you got to get to a point to where you start working on yourself on the inside. And once your inside becomes better, it starts to show on the outside. You start drinking more water, your face get clear, right? You start eating right, you start losing body fat, right? Yeah, so you don't think it worked for your mental the same way? Think about what you're listening to. Think about what's on your playlist. Think about what you're watching. Are you watching stuff that's positive? Are you listening to people that's talking about increasing their finances the right way? You feel me? Are you talking about or listening to people that's helping you keep going in life and not quitting and crashing out, not doing negative things, you feel me? Once you start to change all of that and apply the positive things to your life, you recognize that on the outside, if you apply it, you start to be better, you start to be more confident, you start to get around the right people, you start to attract the right people. So that's why you should keep going. Because you can handle it. You just gotta be patient. Just gotta focus on the day.